Happy birthday, Jirou! As some of you may be aware by now, today is August 1st, aka Kyoka Jirou from My Hero Academia's birthday! Give her a applause, people, give her a applause. And to celebrate Jirou's birthday, I did what every fan of Jirou and personal best for I decided that I'm going to read a fan fiction about Kyoka Jirou. There's a lot to read, and let's get through all this quickly. Oh, by the way, the name of the fanfic is called I Don't Wanna Not Be You. I Don't Wanna Be You Anymore by LilMissCreator. It's on the website that does fan fictions. Alright, let's start. When I was young, my father would always tell me to follow my heart. My mother would always counter his words by telling me to follow my head. When I got older, I learned that you couldn't follow either of them. Pitter patter, done. I wonder why that's always sad instead of just raindrops or something. It was raining, obviously. The same rhyme over and over again for hours on end. The umbrella over my head kept my head dry, and so did his. No one told me how to handle it. I wasn't ready, and I'm sure he wasn't too. Jirou? Yes? Ooh. Even though the rain kept going, even though my lungs kept working, everything stopped. It was just us in the rain on the trough of the road. My heart raced when he moved a little closer to me. We were all growing up. The lean boy from first year was gone. His body had changed with his shoulders widening. Just would think that a boy like him would have never grown up to be so muscular. Yeah, it's always weird reading males interpretations. Much preferring. That's why I prefer two girls dating, because it's weird when you read the fanfictions. Alright, where was I? To be so muscular. But training at the gym with Kuroshima turned him from the jokester who held onto me to someone who I would hold on to. It's already kind of this if you think about it. I've been thinking about this for a while, and I have something to confess. It's getting cold, Kaminari. Try to hurry it up. He met my eyes. I melted from the innocence in them. His cheeks started turning pink, and he looked away as they developed to red. This jaw shifted. It had gotten sharper over the years and connected to his middle, then down to his colon, and then down to the picture-perfect muscles that looked so good in every shirtless selfie. Alright, I gulped. I knew what he was trying to say. He always made things so hard. Come on. He gulped and dared to move closer to me. I didn't move, allowing him underneath my umbrella. He lowered his own onto the ground. His hair had gotten longer from how much he neglected it. I clenched my heart. I've been thinking a lot. Actually, like a lot. It's weird. He chuckled. Yeah, I roughed it out, and I've been trying to figure out how to say this, and he ran a hand through his hair. Wait, this is sounding better in my head. Okay, shit, crap, fuck. I suck at this. Hold on, there, unzipped his backpack and grabbed other mint. Kaminari popped it into his mouth so easily he ran his hands through his hair again. I don't want to mess this up. It's just that you're really nice and we've known each other for so long and you deserve the best and you deserve the best. And well, shit, Kirishima said this would be way easier. What does Kirishima know about this relationship anyways? It's Kirishima. I could see the smoothness of his skin. If only I could have listened to my head a little more closer. Okay, geez, Joe. Usually you don't want me so close. I mean, that's not bad. Personal space is good. I cooped his cheek, feeling his smooth skin underneath my finger. What the hell? Tips. I brought him, him in a little closer. Our foreheads touched. He was leaning down so much from how tall he had gotten. His breath was so warm. Wasn't he? Isn't he always taller than Joe? Oh, alright, taller than Joe. Closed my eyes and inhaled. He smelled like a mix of ramen, old papers, and mint. What do people put mint in their mouths to make their breaths better? I don't understand that at all. That managed to make its way tough. I brushed my thumb along his jaw. Joe, you're useless when it comes to emotions. I sighed and opened my eyes halfway to meet his. Was I that obvious? Obvious. He whispered, "Can you just kiss me all?" Kaminari cupped my cheeks and pulled me in. I dropped my umbrella. The raindrops were so gentle on our skin as his lips pressed onto mine. Well, that took longer than I expected. Even though I read this like 3 times. They were soft with traces of chapsticks still on them. They were also warm, really warm and nice and safe. I was loud the pressure was suffocating. I was so desperate for more. All I could think was of love. I love you. Thank you, Kaminari. The boy I love with all my heart. I love him and only him. Well, Korak might be one of the contenders, but that's besides the point. He's imperfect. It's okay that he is imperfect because he's the perfectly imperfect and perfect for me. I love you. I couldn't think of it enough. I could say it over and over again. Enough. There just wasn't enough. My knees started to give out when he pulled back. He closed his eyes and let our foreheads touch again. It was my turn to turn into a blushing mess. No, I would never want to see that. There really should be more fail episodes with Jirou blushing. Almost comedic scenes with Jirou at being in embarrassing moments. Why aren't there? I mean, you have people like Manata living in the same building. I wanted to slap a hand over my face. I closed his eyes and looked into mind. Oh no, I skipped something. My clothes were getting drenched from the rain. Was that okay? He opened his eyes and looked into mine. Yeah, it was fine. Wait, shit, I don't even say it. You don't have to. No, I have to. I love you, Joe. He said it so quickly that it almost slipped past me with the sound of the rain. I sighed and cooked his cheek to bring him in closer again. I brushed my lips across his. He eagerly opened his mouth, but whined when I pulled away. I love you too, Kaminari. I smiled up at him. I couldn't stop small giggle from erupting through my body. We both turned into blushing messes. He ran a hand through his wet hair and met my eyes. Don't laugh. This was really hard to do. I spent a whole week trying to tell you are, and I didn't know how to, and I had to ask Hiroshima, and you know he is. So then they bring up in the story why he's not a good person to go with this. He was all like, be manly, Kaminari, just talk to her, and it's hard to talk up and oh my god, I love you, Kaminari, but stop it. You're gonna drive yourself insane. You just told me that you love me. It's over. Now stop warming, and I know, but I do okay. If you kiss me again, I'll think about it. I rested my arms and looked away from him. You just want me to kiss you again, don't you? Maybe come here. He unwrapped an arm around my waist to pull me in. His hand came to cup my cheek and moved my head up to him. His lips were playfully instead of shy. This time he licked my bottom lip, asking for permission. I wonder why people want to go so in depth with kissing. I mean, why? I opened my mouth with slightly allowing him to ventureful to guard his tongue. It was so unlike his lips, which were unwrapped in moments. It felt sinful to have him so close. I pushed at his chest. He pulled back with raindrops in his eyelash. My mouth was still open, gaping up at him. You don't have to answer anymore. He chuckled at my open mouth. It was good. I shit away from him, buying my face in his chest. Hey Jirou, I know we are having a moment and I don't want you to be mad at me, but shouldn't we get to the dorms? We are both drunk. Just one more. Well, to be fair, I think it's gonna be a problem if you get sick. I mean, to basically get the entire couple of days to live together, to be together alone in a dorm, so I don't know why you're complaining. Then can get off me. Why are you so mean, Kyoka? I just sworn I love you. He nudged closer under my chin. His arms were wrapped around my lower back and refused to let go. I know, invite, inviting him over for a late night study session was a bad idea. He took over my bed when he got tired and pulled me in to sleep. The damn bastard. Let's be honest, so she's enjoying that. That's a good question. Didn't he ask Jirou to give him some pointers? I mean, hell, I believe she's only having a bad time with only one subject. So if he's asking Jirou to, was just too warm and comfy. It was hard to say no when he gave me puppy eyes. I never thought they were that endearing, but ever since he started doing them to me, it got harder to say no. He held onto me the whole night, being respectful of not touching anywhere inappropriate. Yeah, sure he did. It's only 3 in the morning. There's no need to get up yet. Yeah, but if Mr. Aizawa comes in here with you so close to me, then he might get the wrong idea. Yeah, sure. There's no way I'm getting the wrong idea if he sees that. So what if he does? He winked his eyeballs at me. I don't want to get in trouble. I glared down at him. What? You care too much. Just tell me be with you. Just let me be with you. You better confess that you like it. He smuggled up even closer to me. Denki was soft. I couldn't already tell that from before I started dating him, but I couldn't 100% most definitely confirm that he is the softest boy ever. Well, to be fair, Kola has stone for skin. So yeah, it's not really a big thing. That he's the softest. So his hair was a weird mess from his lack of care, but it didn't matter. He was perfect in every way just for me. I ran my hand through that hair. He was perfect in every way just for me. I was my hand through that. He practically purred like a cat. What was that? I felt the head rising to my cheeks. Good God. He was adorable. Something only you can have. He whispered and kissed the tip of my nose. Denki, what? It's not like the door to the room was kicked open. Mr. Zawa stopped there. The bandages around his head floating and a scar on his face. I knew I was utterly screwed from the glare he gave to both of us. God damn kids! Alright, now I want you to all to picture this. Picture Aizawa in like 2 years of a gap. Win a cane and saying, you damn kids! How dare you! How dare you do something so inappropriate? The camera seems to have fallen off. I think that's fixed it. It's so fun to imagine it. Hey Jirou, do you do me a favor, will you? Sure. Ooh, no, this is getting intense. Don't leave this room. Kaminari shut the door of the classroom. I heard the lock turn. It was so crazy and out of the blue that I thought nothing of this action. I was wrong to not do so. What the hell? I tugged at the door's slider. It wouldn't budge. My hands were waved frantically over this door. What should I do? I looked to the lock of it. a simple one, surprising for a school like UA. I ran a hand through my hair, feeling for something until I found it. The bobby pin was small and I usually wore it to keep curlings down. I twisted and inserted the bobby pin into the lock. I wonder, do the kids learn base level escape in UA? Because I don't believe we ever see them doing that. Then click. I was alone in the halls when it all happened. It was raining again. Pitter patter down the rain when a cloudy sky left the hallways that were unusually loaded with sunlight. Dark, I chuckled on, clutched onto the strand of my backpack. I don't think I wouldn't have ever been prepared to see what had happened. I don't think anyone would have been. I was just a little girl who listened to the world for 2 years. Well, technically 4 because you have earphone jacks. So technically we can also for them. Now here's a question. Does she need to point things into ground or can she just put them anywhere? For example, if she was infiltrating someone from, let's say, a couple of meters away and I don't hear that, if she stretched those earphone jacks to them, would she be able to hear them? I think she should. Okay. I wasn't a martyr or a saint or same leader of all. I wish I was though. My feet took me down the hall to the cafeteria. I heard the usual chatter, but then a scream, then another and another. I heard tables crash and felt the temperature fluctuate. Then a familiar shout from one of my classmates. What are you danky car? Everything went quiet. The sound of rain was drowned out from my breathing heart. I stuck an ear jack into the wall next to me. Just around the corner would be the entrance into the cafeteria. The lights went out. It was dark once again. I feared what I would see on the other side. I heard the quiet moments and out of this world sound. It pulsated. I clutched my heart. What would the others do? What would I do? Then alarm started going off. I retracted my earjack and felt the small vibration of the powerful alarm. The blaring sound set off every nerve in my body. I felt electricity in the air. Static made my hair rise. That's when he started talking. His voice was so calm, so quiet, but it went over the sound of the alarm and the rain. I have a confession to make. A flash of lightning lit the hallways. My eyes met a black mist at the end of the hall. I couldn't even guess as 2 yellow eyes in the mist met mine. It watched me, taunting me to go forward. A villain, someone who in that moment took pity on me. They felt me there as if the temperature fluctuated between cold and hot. It's been hot for these 3 years, holding back all of the raw power and potential. I had to keep things secret. My boss always told me that it'd all be worth it. Considering that it was, you all can't talk right now. I stumped your bodies, but please don't be surprised. It's been a long way coming. A hand grabs over the back of my throat. I felt 4 fingers, each dry and cracked. Scratch, scratch, scratch. I gulped. I knew who it was. Midoriya would freeze in class, beginning to mutter his name. Bakugo would cry while whispering his name to Kirishima. Sue would be screaming from nightmares out order to mention of his name, so close to death himself, a quirk that had no right being in the hands of him, a destructive, childish nature that haunted our class, Shigaraki Tomura. You would think that Class 1A would actually talk about Shigaraki Tomura more often and what would they do and what their reactions are to him. I mean, if you really think about it, if they are the main group of heroes fighting the Tomura and he's the main villain, why don't we know how the other ones feel about him? Does Jirou get more scared by Tomura than some of the ones who were meeting him? Does she overly exaggerate his power level? Which right now could actually be his power level as far as we are aware. Like, how does Class 1A think about him? Leave the comments below. He nudged me to move forward. I clenched my fist, beginning with a small step forward. Scratch, scratch, scratch. The villain got impatient. He pushed me forward. I was beyond the safety of the hallway corner. I couldn't see Kaminari on top of a pile of trash cans and lunch tables. He sat there, an arm rested over a knee with electricity surging through the area. The villain grip on me, light tightening it. You missed one, kid. His eyes met mine, the same ones I would look into during late study nights and weekend dates. The same ones that peered up whenever they saw me or whenever they made a strange joke. They weren't the same as before. When they first met mine, they were rough-faced and were filled from the world. However, they softened when they met mine. I wanted to scream out at him. Kaminari wasn't evil. He didn't hurt people. Where he was the real Denki that I loved. I could spot my classmates on the floor along with other students of UA. Todoroki was the cause of the temperature fluctuations. He was desperately trying to make his body do something. Bakugo's face was neutral, but the slight twirling of his nose was his attempt to scowl. A flicker of green lightning came from Midoriya lying on the ground with a clenched fist. I felt that one for a reason should be useful to us with her quirk. It seems like the master is wrong about you. Did you get subbed while you were here? That's a good question. If any of later in the arc, which I believe this was written and during their dorm rooms, when they were going to dorm rooms, but if any of the League of Villains would want to keep some of the Class 1A alive, would Toma do that? Like, in this case, Kaminari, if he's a traitor and he wants Jirou to be alive, would Toma leave her alive or not? I feel like only Izuku is probably the only exception to this, but who knows really? You were here? No, I could kill all of these people here and now, which to be considered, in fact, their state right now does seem to be believable. But you wanted the green one, didn't you? To fulfill ego of yours. Why you? The grip tightened. I felt my breathing stop. My hands went up to his place. Please let me go. I can't die like this. Electricity surged through the air. The pan around my neck froze. I saw Denki, his arm stretched towards the villain. The small crack flashed below my eyes at the hand released me. I took a step forward. I had to choose my words carefully. If only I listened to myself instead of my parents. Don't follow anything. Jirou, come here. Why should I? Kyoka, don't do that. Don't use my name. I know you're confused right now, but I'll make things right some other time. How is this right? I gestured to our classmates, the ground, the frozen villain. My hands went up to the broken lights above and destroyed alarm in the cafeteria's corner. The rain was pouring. It was trying to drown out all the things I was feeling. Maybe I had always known something was wrong with Kaminari, but I wasn't ready to confront that. Don't worry, Kirky. It will take us back to the base. Everything will be fine once we get my boss out. How useful would Jirou be in that prison if they would make a person break arc? I mean, she can give the League of Villains intel on where exactly everyone is so they don't run into too many people. Even if you can totally kill them, it would make sense for them to, at least not to run in too many of them. Well, unless they're doing a complete destruction, in which, honest to God, a mover rounds would be even better for that. Because, every person there would be easily destroyed when any struggle if you go by that. That isn't right, My apologies, young Kaminari, but I do not take orders from you. The black mist floated into the cafeteria. I turned to find the metal chest plate in front of Shigaraki. The yellow eyes cut through my skull. They weren't taking pity on me anymore. I stumbled backwards towards Kaminari. I tripped and fell onto the ground. Not one of those proudest moments. Oh, we have 3 more left. You have a soft spot for this one. I think I'll be sending her somewhere special. Hell! My eyes closed shut. I felt the mist consume me. It was cold. Then hands over my body. They held me protective and familiar. The temperature fluctuation happened once again. The smell of sweat smoke filled my lungs. People on the ground were beginning to stir. I looked up to Kaminari, placing me down in the corner of the room. My body wouldn't move. He tucked a lock of his hair behind my ear. His eyes were the same as usual, always. Soft, touching everything I ever wanted. All those memories, it's hard to say, Jirou, I just really love you. I know it's kind of